I'm going to read you a story today, and it's called 1, 2, 3, Oops, and it's all about Mr. Rabbit. Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit had a very big family, a very, very big family. I wonder how many bunnies we have, said Mr. Rabbit one morning. I think I'll count them today. Why not wait till later, said Mrs. Rabbit. I would. No, said Mr. Rabbit firmly. I'll do it now. He went outside to where the bunnies were playing, and Mr. Rabbit started counting. 1, 2, 3. Oops! Oh, noggin sploggin, he exclaimed. With a hop and a skip, the bunnies he'd been counting had run off to join their brothers and sisters, and he couldn't tell which ones he'd counted and which ones he hadn't. Mr. Rabbit started again. This time he got a little further. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, noggin sploggin, boodle doodle, he groaned. The bunnies had started a game of tag and he'd lost count again. Mr. Rabbit tried one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops! Oh, noggin sploggin, boodle doodle, grizzly whizzly, he groaned. The bunnies had started playing hide and seek, and now he couldn't see any of them, and he'd lost count again. This is no good, said Mr. Rabbit. I'll have to think of a better way to count our bunnies. So he sat and he thought until he had a very good idea. I know. I'll give a carrot to every bunny that I count. That way I'll see the ones I've missed. So Mr. Rabbit started counting again. This time he got a little further. He handed a carrot to each bunny he counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops! Oh, noggin sploggin, boodle doodle, grizzly whizzly, sniffy whiffy, he cried. The bunnies he'd given carrots to had eaten them, and now he couldn't tell which ones he'd counted and which ones he hadn't. Then Mr. Rabbit had another good idea. I'll tell them to sit down when I've counted them. That way I won't get mixed up. So Mr. Rabbit told his bunnies to sit down once he counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops! Oh, noggin sploggin, boodle doodle, grizzly whizzly, sniffy whiffy, jingle bingle, he shouted. The ground was full of prickly weeds, and just as soon as the bunnies sat down, they jumped back up again, and Mr. Rabbit had lost count once more. Mr. Rabbit thought and thought, and finally he had another idea. I will send every bunny I count indoors. The ones still outside will be the ones I haven't counted. I can't possibly get mixed up that way. So Mr. Rabbit started counting again. This time every bunny he counted was sent indoors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops! Oh, noggin sploggin, boodle doodle, grizzly whizzly, sniffy whiffy, jingle bingle, fuddle duddle, he yelled. Mr. Rabbit stamped his foot. He'd forgotten that their home had a back door, and every bunny he'd sent in the front had come back out the back way, and he'd lost count again. Mr. Rabbit would not give up, and sat down once more and thought all afternoon and all evening. Then he noticed a patch of mud on the ground, and he had his best idea yet. I got it, said Mr. Rabbit. I'll put a dab of mud on the tail of every bunny I count. Then I'll know that the bunnies with clean tails are the ones I haven't counted. I can't possibly get mixed up that way. So Mr. Rabbit began to count once more, and every time he counted a bunny, he put a blob of mud on its tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Opps! Oh, noggin, sploggin, boodle, doodle, grizzly whizzly, sniffy whiffy, jingle bingle, feddle deddle, jungle bungle, he roared, and he jumped up and down. Do you know what happened? It had started to rain, and all the blobs of mud that he put on the bunnies, they washed away, and he'd lost count again. I give up, said Mr Rabbit. He stomped angrily back indoors. I'll never be able to count all our bunnies, he cried. At that moment, Mr and Mrs Rabbit's bunnies scampered back inside. They were tired and happy after playing all day, and they were soon fast asleep. I told you to wait till later, said Mrs Rabbit. Now try counting them. So Mr Rabbit began counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've done it, he cried. Oh, no, you haven't, said Mrs Rabbit. You still have to count the littlest ones. Oh, my goodness. I wonder what he's going to have to wait for those bunnies to go to sleep, isn't he? Thank you very much for listening. I miss you lots and lots, and I will see you very soon.